Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 8 of Infinite Fantasy. I'm joined by most of the cast. Say hello, most of the cast.
Most of the cast.
Oh, that's the cast.
Um,
Yeah, it's the worst one yet.
yeah, it might be. Sin will be joining us later. For now, this is what we got. Smoking while they're hot. I'm tired. But I got Charlie, so that's good for me. Last time we played, there was some hot dog related shenanigans, a prize fight, and potential train heist plans that were in the works. Where we left off was that Roscoe has just punched out his rival, upstart, the boxer Diesel, in a special exhibition prize match in this underground boxing arena. The crowd having gone wild, seeing this incredible display from the somewhat aged boxer, seemingly having found some new vast amount of strength, punching his foe into submission. The crowd's kind of going crazy, while I will say that Agatha, I think that Agatha would probably tell Zed about tipping off the resistance, because as much as they are a shitty team, they also want to impress people.
I like the idea that in a Final Fantasy way, there's dialogue happening between like Roscoe and somebody or somebody else, and in the background, just the sprites of Zed and Agatha are clearly having a conversation, but we don't hear it at all.
Right.
Because I don't want to admonish Agatha when Agatha's not here.
Yeah, a bunch of everybody in the crowd kind of goes from being like hyped because of the impressiveness of the match to very quickly being like angry because they are just realizing that they've all like lost their bets. People are like throwing down slip tickets just in frustration, like on the ground. Roscoe, the announcer will come and he raises your glove up as as Diesel's on the mat, like face down, his trainer like coming to try to see if he can like get him awake, make sure he's still alive. And you can see he's breathing at the very least. It does not look good. His face is very pulped. Your last blow, maybe broken arm. You're not sure. He's not going to be fighting again in a while. But they start to lead you out. Mongogo is there with you, who kind of bat wings flapping up, so he's like staying level eyesight with you. He's like, "Champ, that was the greatest piece of boxing I've ever seen, Kupo. What are you on? Are you taking some kind of new special? Is it just those fancy arms?"
Going to say that was all natural, but they are somewhat biomechanical, in part.
Kind of nods. He says, "Well, I can tell you one thing. The next fight the odds will be much better for you, and it's a little bit worse actually, but still."
Are we like in like is there like a tunnel?
Yeah, you're in like heading back into the locker room to change and get your very minor wounds, seen to.
Yeah.
You took some blows.
Yeah, he's in the middle of slipping the gloves off the metal fingers, and I'll go. There may not be another fight for a while.
You break my heart, kid. Are you leaving again?
Well, I wasn't here just to knock that shit out.
You didn't come back just for little old me, hey, Kupo?
That's part of it, you know. That's fine. You have my sister now.
That's true.
But I'm fairly certain I'll be leaving again soon.
Well, rest of the time you're here, if you need anything, I'm your man. You really helped me out.
Roscoe will smile, and we'll give him like a pat. But unlike every other time he's done this action with other people, he does actually like manage his strength to not just like badminton.
Not just like
Go across the
bong
locker room.
him. All right. You will collect your like pot of the winnings, which totals to be 5,000 gil.
Did we have to pay to get into this fight?
No.
Where does this money come from? It's a fundamental lack of understanding.
Did
about
you
this
have to? Did you have to pay? Yes. Well, you didn't
Yeah.
have to pay
What
because
are the tickets?
you were guests, but yes, people did pay to get in. I thought you meant was there
Okay.
like an entry fee for the boxers?
No, I meant were there tickets.
Yeah. This was a
But
ticketed event.
I'm glad we didn't have to pay.
Some of the money probably also maybe came from like part of the gambling and whatnot.
You know, that's like, and really just JRPGs in general. And it's a thing of just like, oh, we have this goal we need to accomplish that costs a certain amount of money, and then there's a set number of ways that you are given to get the amount of money to do the thing. This really feels like that was what this could have been. Just, hey, we can get chocobos, but then Agatha's just like, it's just like, I don't spend money.
Asta. Yeah, I mean, it really just meant that Roscoe got to keep his money, and as the lost money.
You always do halvesies.
Yep.
I was really pulling for the train heist.
Me too. That you kept presenting 5,000 gil in different boxes at us.
Maybe
I
I'll
like
kill.
the idea.
Yeah, it
of
did
the
feel like-
chocobo-
Maybe there
chocobo
will be a
heist.
chocobo blight.
Yeah, it really did feel like train heist was like last resort if we failed at everything else, and would be horrible experience sort of set
Like
up.
we can't have a game over screen, so there has to be a progression path forward if we don't get these chocobos.
Yeah.
If a like level 8 white mage in a Final Fantasy can jump onto a train, you can jump onto a train.
It was less the
That's
jumping
how I
on a
feel.
train and what's going to happen once we're on the train.
I genuinely
An
said
epic
plan
train
would have been
battle.
hang out on the roof of the train. Anyway, Zed is somewhere collecting his winnings.
Yeah,
Did anybody
you
else bet on Roscoe from our team?
Not that I was
Wow.
aware
I
of.
thought I
Okay.
had.
think-
I
Did
had
you?
put 50 gil.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Asta had. I think Agatha jokingly said they were going to bet against, but then didn't because I don't actually know if they have money.
But I don't know how much that means I make.
What did we say it was? I remembered how much you were in with.
You finished it with 135. So you gave them your 15, you got back 135.
Yeah.
That one was easy because I just did it as if you bet 100 and then halved it.
Great.
Russell and Silas is in the blood sports.
Silas is into hardcore Final Fantasy Blood Disc. That's what it is.
Yes.
But yeah, I think Zed doesn't have anything to do other than wait for Roscoe. I think like he's largely uninterested in this.
Yeah.
Beyond
When
that.
Roscoe finishes up in the locker room, he would head up to where I think either out to like if anyone in the party had said that they would like meet out at the lobby or like wait in the stands or whatever, that's where Roscoe would go after.
I think Zed would have like said that he'd buy you a drink after you won. So probably
Yeah.
somewhere where the drinks were.
Roscoe will appear at the bar. He has one of those like not even like a full towel, like one of those like half towels around his neck. Has a bit of like a split lip. That's about it.
I will ask whoever is serving drinks for their like mid-rangiest bottle of like champagne. Their most aggressively mid-range bottle of champagne.
All right, they roll their eyes and they will hand you a normal looking bottle of champagne.
How
Don't
much
like
is it?
The wire on it. It's like 20 gil.
Champagne in the dive bar.
Zed looks at it and goes, "Okay, give me 2 more of these."
All right, he hands you 2 more.
Great. I pass him the 60 gil that I didn't want to write on my character sheet. And then pass a full bottle to Roscoe. Say, so are they going to start calling you 4-round Roscoe?
Oh, maybe. I see you've collected your winnings. Gestures to the bottles. He's holding one of the full champagne bottles like by the neck and just with like a metal thumb puts it under and he somehow sabers it with his thumb.
Zed watches you and just shakes his head and is like, it's hard for me to find something too ostentatious. If Asta and Silas are around, Zed will like offer them to open the bottle of champagne. I genuinely just didn't want to write 60 gil on my character sheet, and that's why I have these now.
Asta will open it if Silas doesn't make a pull for it first, but we'll do so
I know,
without any
Zed will
prompt.
open it.
Oh.
Zed will open it with egregiously practiced flair. Like it's probably not even his like first 100 times opening a bottle of champagne. But
You definitely
he starts.
you'd see that roll her eyes.
With a free hand, Roscoe would kind of like going through a few of the gil, but would pull out enough. Is gil actually? I always forget. Gil, is it bills or coins?
It's whatever you want it to be. It's bills and coins.
Okay.
Like 1 gil would be a coin. Anything higher you can insert bills.
He'll pull out like half, so 2,500. And he doesn't like offer it to the like hand to hand. He'll just put it on the table in front of Asta.
All right.
Down payment for the.
Ah. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, did I go and do the Chocobo thing off screen? So I didn't have to interact with that man again.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks at Roscoe and says, seemed almost unfair.
It did. I already mentioned to Mongogo that probably won't be doing any fight soon, because what we're doing next. And honestly, that was the first time I felt dissatisfied after a win. He kind of folded like
Just-
paper.
Maybe
was
you
just
just
slap
need
you on the shoulder.
more opponents at once.
Handicap matches. Maybe.
One arm behind your back.
It would help show off the flex.
It's Ed's turn to roll his eyes. Any luck with your train spotting?
Just recapping from last time, Silas hasn't seen anything in particular. He's set up the scene so that he can watch, and that's it,
Yeah,
right?
it had looked like they had finished loading it and were maybe waiting for like, oh, we're just like we finished ahead of time, or they're like waiting on a thing that they don't have to come in. You weren't 100% sure, but it's still in the station and hasn't left yet, as of 2 hours ago.
Silas like raises one finger at a time to like indicate each piece of information. Rented a room within sight. The train has apparently been loaded. No incoming cargo in the last 12 hours. No incoming staff or riders in the last 12 hours. Still hasn't moved.
I think Zed just like stone faced, no reaction to all of it. But internally, he's like he wants to be annoyed at Silas for going too far, but he realizes halfway through that that's just the professional way that like somebody should deal with this, and it's therefore petty for him to be upset about it.
You're just supposed to look
but
and see if it leaves the station.
Yeah, he's like, just you can see from the road when that train's there. Just wander past occasionally. But Silas has gone so far beyond that. That he's like, oh, I guess. And he pours you like a glass of the champagne. It says, well, once it leaves, we'll watch for when it comes back and we'll head out. That will give us the most time.
In that pause, is that just like naturally occluded by your deception, or is there like a faint hint of like the fuck going on here?
I'll roll deception if you want to roll insight, because I don't think it's one of those ones that I think Zed is not like in a practiced way doing it. He just happens to be very like not emotive.
Yeah, insight against you.
Yeah, I think you note that like you're like there was something in that pause, and it didn't seem to be malice. Like Zed seemed annoyed about like something, but not in a way that was actively at you.
Got it.
But then he says, well, good job.
Silas kind of shrugs, and he has like a little bit of a wry smile on his face, and he says, "I did hope I might see something more interesting with more active surveillance, but everything's been very boxed, and nobody who's boarded has had anything distinguishing about them at all."
If there's one thing the Empire is good at, it's secrecy.
and cheap uniforms.
Zed chuckles and says, well, at least they provide uniforms.
Should that be our next complaint? Well, I was gonna say, our higher up. We don't really have that, I guess.
Resistance uniforms. Exactly.
I certainly have. What do you mean we don't have higher ups? I have people that I directly report to.
I mean, like here. Who do we complain to here? Those three assholes? Gestures generally in the direction of the table that they had been sitting at. I don't even know if they're there or not.
Agatha's
Some of them are.
resistance buddies.
Also, what was that about, Silas? I know you were near Agatha in the crowd. There was a point where someone shouted about a hot, which that happens at most matches here. Someone shouted something about a hot dog. I looked up, thought I saw kind of gestures at like a small person.
It was Zed that got reported to, so I think Silas just kind of like looks over at him and nods a bit because he saw that conversation happen, but wasn't involved.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is how I go about it.
And while you're explaining that, I'm watching around the crowd to see if it pops anybody else who's kind of lingered by.
Well, apparently our young friend discovered an untoward person. And in an act of supreme kindness, tipped off and he gestures like towards that table. Our friends.
Oh.
You don't need a deception check of an insight check of any kind to know that Zed is upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe whatever the sorry excuse for his resistance they have here will do something useful with that information.
No, not much we can do about it now. Unless you want to take prisoner the prisoner that to interrogate.
Rehome the prisoner that we already gave to the our friends here.
You don't need a deception check, Zed, to know Roscoe is 100% down. Like to go do this.
Zed like notices Roscoe being on board for this plan that he came up with. I think it's probably not a valuable use of our resources. If Agatha had told us and we had apprehended them, perhaps we would have been able to get some information, but
Well,
it can be an act of good faith towards our colleagues.
Gets to drink his champagne, but grumbles a little under breath. 3-on-1 would be a handicap match.
What about you versus a militia of children? You are not allowed to punch. You can
I didn't punch a single one of them.
No, I'm thinking about in the rules of a fight. Kicking would be as bad. You can only flick them, but they get to be armed with swords.
That'd be fair.
How many ducks do you think you could kill?
What?
Like if you were in a room with 1,000 ducks, what's the limit? What's the upper limit?
How big's the room? I think the conversation just goes on like that for a little bit.
At some point, Zed starts telling you about how Kieran, who's one of the guards at the Resistance hideout that he goes to, once answered this question with as many ducks as it took, as many ducks as there were days left in my life. And he thinks that's the best answer to that question ever. But yes, Zed is happy to continue the hypothetical how many ducks could you kill game.
Is the plan to get on the chocobos and stuff in the morning, like the following morning, or
No,
They
we're
were-
leaving
yeah.
when the train comes back.
okay?
Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of in a holding pattern until we know that the train has returned.
Sorry, you're waiting for the train to leave and come back?
Yes, because we want to have the
Okay.
most time before the train goes again.
Okay.
And we're going to follow the track, so I feel like the train might find it suspicious for 5 chocobo riders to be following the tracks.
I
If
kind
it's
of
on
had
its way
that
back.
thought, but I wasn't going to voice it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Zed's plan is, as soon as the train comes back, we leave. And realistically, he's like, can you watch the train? Just so that we know it has left, but also to be giving people tasks.
Yes.
But yes, Zed's happy to get some late night hot dogs on the way back. And
Dinner of champions.
Mm-hmm.
it's the special, like it's the kebab hot dog. Everybody has like a kebab hot dog.
For breakfast, we get hot dogs Benedict.
That actually
Everything they
sounds not terrible, and I don't know if that's a problem with me.
Everything they do in the city is they each have a little sign that it says like 5 gil extra for like a cup of the cart water, and it's not been addressed.
Oh.
Zed, I've decided that Zed wants this place to burn to the ground. Zed does not want anyone to die except everybody in this town. But no, I think Zed will. Everybody's been doing good work, and like we're in a celebratory mood. We've got these 3 bottles of champagne. Zed will, on the way back to the place we're staying, ask if anybody wants to play cards or something.
Yeah,
Also, we'll play with you.
Yeah. Phyllis is in.
But mainly because I think Zed would offer it, not because I feel the need to roleplay any further.
Yeah.
About how many ducks. We get to the game, and Zed's like, okay, then how many geese? And just like the whole conversation happens again.
All right. You guys kind of move on from this. There's some celebration, some victory. Some of your old friends at the time, Roscoe, come and congratulate you. Some more begrudgingly than others. In the midst of this conversation, you guys go off to do your own little celebration and to continue waiting. At some point, Silas, when you sneak off to go and check on the train again, you can see that there is some new activity there, although it's quite late, and it does seem like they're preparing to leave. Whatever thing that they were waiting for fixed came in, you're not sure.
All right. So yeah, so that happened. Whatever change happened when I was out.
Yeah.
Silas will take note of that and is kind of like more aware observing this time, because he's trying to figure out how long it takes them to move from ready to go to actually ready to go. And kind of pondering through like he's trying to kind of from a distance get an idea of whether people are impatient or frustrated, etc. Because he is concerned that this level of wait isn't normal. Won't have the window that he expected whenever they leave the second time.
Make an insight check, and it's gonna be a little hard because you're not like
Yeah, no, that's fair.
up there.
Just whenever someone says it's gonna be a little hard, and Charlie's like, just a 20 then, I suppose.
Sure. It kind of looks a little bit to you like they've there was some frustration, but you also notice that some of the people that are like boarding are different than the people that were guarding it. Like they pulled in a new crew almost or something like that. Which is, it's hard to tell because you're from super far away and like some of these people are wearing like helmets and whatnot. But there's an air of like nervousness about these people. Or perhaps even apprehension that was not present before. It wasn't present beforehand.
Interesting. I think that coupled with the fact that something got loaded whenever Silas wasn't watching is enough for Silas to, after like making sure that the amount of like movement has kind of settled in, that he's not going to get anything more in the next hour or so, he's going to head back to the hotel rooms. What time is it?
It's early in the morning. Like it's pretty late.
Okay. So, early in the morning, enough that it'd be rude to wake people up.
Yeah. In most scenarios.
Silas is going to go wake up Zed and explain.
Okay. How? His door is closed. Like, what's
Yeah,
the
I mean, he's
method
going
of
to knock
waking
on
up?
his door.
There is no answer.
Silas taps again
Knock
and
louder.
yeah, taps it, attacks again a little harder and like mutters, you know, Zed.
Leaps harder.
Silas is
Hey.
actually going to start to get a little concerned. And like Silas is like sitting there and he's adjusting and he's like, he does like get his hands ready to cast a spell before I think, hold on. I can't remember if I took message on this character or not. I don't think I did.
Thaumaturgy is the door open.
Yeah, no,
It's a locked door. You got he doesn't open locked doors. He just knocks it open.
I just knock again, this time like more aggressively, but I'm going to like get to the
Inside,
They
Zed
might
is
be
awake.
dead. They might
Zed's
be dead.
awake.
No, they
He just
might be
keeps being
dead.
Like,
Yeah.
is someone knocking? And then he's like, no, it can't be. I'll hear it.
They're just like,
Scrabbling away.
I was gonna
they're
say
"Ah,
that
it
like
must be
the
a
third time,
woodpecker.
Zed had knocked and then he'd stood to the side of the door with like a casting posture ready to see if it opened with somebody else. Does Zed have a window? Like what floor are we on? And does Zed have a window?
I think everybody has a window.
Yep. In my head, I
Maybe a
thought we were all
D6.
staying upstairs.
Yeah.
It's a 6-story building.
It's on the third floor because you had said you wanted to stay upstairs.
Yeah,
It's
fuck it.
climbable, I guess.
Zed is gonna pop a spang on sending all this because he's concerned. He has knocked quite loudly and Zed has not responded. So he is going to send to Zed of just a simple uh at your room, you're not responding. Are you in distress?
You get back no response, except that you can probably hear Zed walking to the door. And he just opens it and says, I did think I heard knocking, but it seemed too far away. He doesn't look like he has slept at all. Like he's still in the clothes he was wearing when we were playing cards. Like just
That-
for you to come in.
Silas gives you a long stare and kind of glances at the door as he's walking through it. Like, it's a nicer hotel than I thought. Is it especially soundproofed? It is a normal door. And he nods at you and says, as he's like closing the door, uh, probably not urgent, but I did notice it. Something must have been loaded or something happened in the time between us playing cards and watching the match and my last observation. And then he goes on to explain like the edginess of all of the new people that were loading, the difference in the uniforms and how they seemed either apprehensive about getting on the train itself or the destination or whatever they were doing.
Zed, as you're speaking, Zed writes it in the notebook that he has open and says, never a good sign that people are on edge going to a facility that you're about to break into. Not that I have an enormous amount of experience breaking into facilities. He like thinks for a moment.
Since we've
What do you think? Do you think it's better to wait for the train to come back if they are on edge and delivering better defensive equipment? Or should we try and he like chuckles to himself for even suggesting it, jump onto the train?
My concern is that they know that the facility at which they were housing the Esper is compromised, the Esper is gone. We moved here quite quickly. If they're nervous, maybe they're aware that whoever was there at the first facility knows about this Esper. So either more defenses or relocation.
Do we have access to the chocobos now? Like, if we went to the stables, could we just get them no matter what time of night it was?
You probably could. Maybe not no matter what time, but again, it's edging into early morning. It's the kind of business where you get up, at the break of dawn.
I might be able to take the chocobo to the location that would I need to jump from.
No, the jump was from within the city. I'm considering if we take the chocobo right now, if we could get far enough ahead of the train to sabotage the train line. And we wouldn't beat the message about that sabotage to the facility, but we'd beat whatever was on the train. So if the
And
train Zed, continue talking, but as you say something, he stops and like gestures for you to continue.
it might split the forces if they're moving to intercept or protect whatever was on the train. Might give us a window to get into the facility with a little bit less opposition.
Sid like cracks his neck and thinks about it and says, "You're pretty sure about your read on the mood of the people on the train, right?"
Absolutely. I was very far away, but that level of shiftiness tends to stand out. The the guards who had been monitoring before, the people who were loading during all of my previous observations, it was very routine, what you'd expect when you're running a shipping train, even to a secret evil empire hideout. But something seemed wrong this morning. It was within an hour ago. I gave it just enough time to make sure that they weren't going to put anybody additional on or that I could see anything more useful, and then I came straight to you.
All right. Zed like closes the book and puts it into his like one of his pockets and says, all right, go get everyone up. We'll go get the chocobos and let's hope that one of Agatha's sabotage plans is a quick one."
Silas kind of nods and will step off. I think he goes to wake Agatha first so that she can be thinking through what plan needs to be used at such a fast hour. Then grabs Asta, then grabs Roscoe.
Right. You go, you kind of rouse everybody awake with varying degrees of annoyance at being awoken so early after having such a late night. But it doesn't take too long for everybody to kind of get their things together, get ready to go. Agatha obviously like immediately rolls out, grabs their to go bag, and is like, "All right, let's do it. Let's go." Super ready, super
Silas
on top
goes for a
of things.
coffee.
Yeah. Asta, what is your reaction to being woken so early in the morning?
Nonplussed.
Silas hands you a coffee as well.
Which means something
Much
different
appreciated.
for the people not from America.
Does it?
Yeah, it means the opposite thing, which I discovered
Oh.
a different campaign.
Oh,
Oh. Whatever, she's fine. She's chill with it.
Roscoe, what's your reaction?
If there's frantic banging on Roscoe's door, it flies open to a Roscoe with a loaded punch but not thrown in heart boxers. Sees that it's Silas, gets the rundown very quickly, door slams back shut, man is dressed in like a minute, and is back out in the hall.
which is why you were the last to be visited. Like on the way to like our gathering point, Silas is just kind of like muttering quietly to I think to Asta because he's been trying to, find different interactions with Asta. Has a lot of points with Roscoe at this point, but is saying to Asta, I had a moment this morning where I thought Zed was deceased or captured. And describes that moment.
That's fun. Glad that wasn't the case.
Might have overreacted a little.
I didn't hear it, so it's fine.
While oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. As Silas just kind of hums, this is if I had I did consider breaking down the door, and so I am glad I didn't choose to do that. Then again,
Yes, I
it
think
would have been funny. Go ahead, Jack.
While since Zed is awake and ready to go before Silas even goes to find everybody. Is there somebody like manning the front desk of this hotel
Yeah.
even during the night?
Yeah.
I want to send a message to Mongogo, basically asking him to to ask around to. It basically says, "Hey Mongogo, this is Roscoe's friend. Roscoe's friend Zed, I guess. He'll actually put his name down. It says, I'm just interested if you could look around and let me know if there were any notable airships coming through the spaceport, the port recently." And that's it. Notable, out of game. I want to know if the Leviathan was here recently, but he doesn't want to say specifically that ship. He's just like any
Right.
notable ships.
This person can try to get that information for you. I think you would know that it might not.
He just wants the message to go to Mongogo, and then it will end with like, "Let me know next time we talk." That's
Okay,
it. Like,
okay.
it wasn't. It was a thing that Zed just thought about and was like, "Well, actually, I do kind of want to do that and contact him through sending." So like, just task this Moogle with that.
Yeah. They'll pass that message on.
Great. And then Zed's just waiting for everybody, and he's doing that like impatient dad on vacation thing where he's like every time one person comes down, he gets like less stressed, but then every moment that goes past from that one person, he gets more stressed that like people are taking too, because he's also exhausted because he hasn't slept for like most of a day. So once everyone's down, he'll just like head to the thing.
It takes everybody not too long to get down there, and then you all head over to go and get your rented chocobos. You kind of have to knock loudly because they're like, the employees are out and about, but they're not like necessarily like manning the front or anything. And one was like, "You're here early, okay." Yeah, let me get the saddles ready.
Thanks. It's just a long day of riding to where we want to camp.
They shrug, like they really don't care that much. And they'll go about and start trying to get your chocobos ready. Can everybody roll me a d20?
The most middling chocobos. Nothing interesting about any of these chocobos.
So you want to roll one for Agatha as well?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was gonna laugh if this was here 20.
Yeah, I thought that.
The chocobos, like they range in temperament, but they're mostly like seem to be pretty docile. It's not something that is immediately apparent. Whose character has rode a chocobo before? I know Zed has.
Roscoe has.
Roscoe, yeah, because Roscoe kind of grew up in the country a little bit.
Is it just Silas,
Just those two.
Zed, and
Because I think Agatha
Yeah,
has
Silas said
not
last
for
discussion,
sure.
right?
Yeah, that they had a little bit. I think.
Yeah. Charlie, you said that Silas had ridden the chocobo, right?
Yeah, whenever like going out with the lordlings.
He's muted. Try and answer. Please.
I think it would make more sense that Asta hasn't ridden chocobo.
I agree. Okay, so you guys are all like somewhat familiar to varying extents. You take off. It becomes readily apparent that Agatha's chocobo is a little bit more unruly than all the other ones. They're fine. They're managing. They're getting used to it. It's not pleasant for those of you who haven't ridden chocobos a lot. They do have a very interesting gait. It's like very. It's early as you're taking off down the down towards the mountains. Picking up the trail of these train tracks and heading along it.
As much as is humanly possible, Zed has impressed upon Silas and Agatha that like in charge of finding a place to sabotage, and then he is like clucking soothingly to his chocobo, and just he's very comfortable like in the saddle of a chocobo, and he's just kind of trying to doze while letting the chocobo kind of follow the others. To kind of catch up a little bit on sleep. So he is in no way functionally looking at anything during this.
Yeah, that's fine. Silas will be keeping a lookout while Agatha plots the disruption.
I didn't want to suggest this path because Kristen's not here for the sabotage yet.
That was my other question. Were you planning on doing the sabotage on the way in or on the way out?
On the way in, because of the change to the mood of the train, Zed wants to do the sabotage on the way in to stop the train getting there. If the train is to bring in like reinforcements or defensive measures or like to take
Okay,
the
so
Esper out.
you're trying to get ahead of the train as well. To do this.
And if we can't, then the plan remains exactly the same. Like if we see the train and we're like, okay, well we can't do that, then the plan remains the same and we just go up now to the thing because it won't.
In that case, can I get you all to roll me animal handling checks and this kind of serving as your like ridership skill somewhat, just to see if you're able to like, push yourselves on the train or to like get ahead of the train.
we're not the best handling.
Zed's a 12 at everything today. He's just a solid 12 at everything. It's like
Yeah, I
half
mean,
asleep.
Agatha has the most unruly chocobo, but at the same time, it seems to be the one with the most energy. So maybe it's like kind of making up the difference there. Whereas the rest of you are very quickly becoming quite saddle sore. Like the chocobos maybe weren't expecting to go from like, all right, we're heading out to being like, okay, now we're just like galloping or sprinting down the road. I'm gonna make a roll for the train guys. Let's see how quickly they get out. Okay. Well, you're going down and you don't see the train coming. So you're not 100% sure if that means that like it left like right away and you completely missed it, or it's way behind you. But for the time being, you guys are just kind of like going along. It's a bit of a ways to like the points where Agatha had kind of mapped out as potentially good spots for doing the sabotage. So you're kind of traveling for the better part of the afternoon into the evening, again with no sign of the train.
Wait. If it gets to like even midday and we haven't seen the train, Agatha found a place to sabotage, since Zed was just like, plan sabotages for the different topography. I think that Zed's going to be like, well, if we haven't been able to find someone yet, this is basically a bust because the train will be upon us soon, right? Like, Zed's not waiting until the afternoon for this.
Okay.
Like, if it hits midday, like, he's going to readjust the plan.
And Agatha does know when, like what locations like were eligible because the maps ahead of time. So like we can check our position against those maps and have an idea of how many hours it would take to get to each one.
I didn't know that Agatha had looked at maps and stuff for it.
I think that
Yeah, we
probably
planned
happened
heavily.
after you left.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that happened after the break last time.
Yeah.
So
we had, like,
Agatha did go
locations.
through a lot of maps and stuff with Silas.
I think Agatha will tell you, like, yeah, we can. I mean, we could do it closer. The best spots were farther out though, because that's where the mountains like start to get rougher, and so we could, you know, cause something that's harder to clear than just breaking the tracks. If that makes sense.
Sorry, I am, as Jack, readjusting. I probably wouldn't have suggested this at all had I known that there was like areas that Agatha had highlighted that were further out, because I think it probably doesn't work that way. But Zed will say, well,
I think Agatha will tell you if you just want to like stop the train, she can do that. But if you wanted to like stop the train for potentially months, these are the spots where we can do that. If that makes sense.
Zed says, no, we don't need to stop the train for months, because by the time we're finished, there won't be any need for the facility at all. If the last Esper we freed is any indication. But yeah, he's like, he doesn't feel confident like riding through the rest of the day and just hoping the train is behind them. He'd rather break the track here and know that the train, if it hasn't left behind them, or it's in front of them. Like, for him, it becomes a much more like, it's a much more black and white like decision to do it here. So yeah, if it gets to midday, he's like, just do it here and stop it for 48 hours. Like, however long it stops for, it stops. We get there before it. And that's the point of us leaving early.
Okay. We'll say that Agatha finds a spot. I think I'm gonna maybe do this in flashbacks when Kristen gets here, but you know, Agatha finds a spot. They set it up to sabotage the tracks in some fashion, and then you continue to press onwards at that point, continuing to follow along the tracks. It is fairly easygoing because you are just going along like a preset train track there, and for that reason, like, there isn't crazy changes in elevation or huge like switchbacks that you have to go down. Like, it's all been pre-cut more or less. You could maybe like cut overland and get there faster, quote unquote, because the chocobos are kind of more all-terrain by like, you know, going up and down mountains. But this is a very easy path to take as you're going along. It does, you begin to climb quite a bit. heading like up into the mountains. The weather becomes a lot cooler. You start to see like spots of like snow on the ground that hasn't melted, or is just semi-permanently there. And it does take you. It would take the train, you think, like the better part of a day, half a day to get there. So it's going to take you guys a few days, between the Chogos to camp out and arrive. The other thing that happens is that you do start to get into like rugged, unpopulated areas where there are both animals and monsters present. You see big old mountain goats, wild chocobos, all sorts of things. And can I get somebody to roll me a d20?
I'll do it. Nah, I've rolled so many below 10 today. Zed will take notes of any like nature, not nature stuff, but like beasts and things that he sees on the ride. Now that he's probably woken up a bit.
Sorry, my dog was being angry. I lost track of current where we're at.
I rolled a 5, and Andrew has silently been what I can only imagine is devising an evil like monster.
Yes, incredibly so.
7 Marlboros.
Man.
Just a full Aeon shows up somehow.
Yeah, we get attacked by Ruby Weapon
be good
because
for
we
you.
stumble into the super bus. The super bus is just near the mission critical train track.
I mean, that would be on brand.
You can just run into Ruby Weapon in 7, right? That's the one near the Golden
Yeah.
Saucer. It's just in the desert, wandering around near an early game area.
This train has been just running past right through Ruby Weapon's lair the whole time.
I didn't do the quiz where I had to talk to a bunch of different nice animals and give them objects to make the planet get halfway close to us. Andrew doesn't even get that reference because it's a Final Fantasy IX to us. But you have to do a bunch of quizzes with little friendly animals throughout the game, and then the planet is closer to you, so you can hit it with melee attacks.
What?
It's a great game. It's an amazing game. No notes.
I don't have. Maybe a serious oversight on my part, but
It's giving me the vibes of that reel I've seen of like, I forget. It was a Critical Role thing. I forget what episode specifically, but it's like Matt rolling like 100 dice because they decided to like blow up a bomb in campaign 3.
I remember that.
But it's just Andrew adding tokens to a map, just and one more, and one more.
Uh, targeting system.
I still think we should. Zed should have pivoted to jump on the train. That's the real
You
thing
could
that I
have.
regret. If I'd known about this map stuff, I would have pivoted to jump on the train. Get the chocobos up onto the roof, jump on the train with the chocobos.
There you go. That's the Final Fantasy way. We send Agatha ahead. Agatha sabotages the train tracks. We jump on top of the train, the chocobos. The train gets partially derailed and has to stop. Then when the soldiers are all confused, they suddenly see all these chocobos jump off the top of the train, and then we just keep going.
If this game kind of goes off the rails a little bit, can we just decide canonically that like it's the point at which that Agatha died, and then everything after that is just like the final neurons of Agatha's brain firing, like the Final Fantasy VIII theory? That like he dies at the end of disc 1, and the rest is just like the final like end of his brain.
I hate that theory, by the way. But sure, we can definitely do that.
It kind of
Okay.
it makes it less insufferable as a story, but like not by much.
Let's try. Oh, hold
I
on.
like it. It's called Train Tracks.
It's off.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that in Foundry you can zoom out past the limit of a map, and I kept scrolling. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Mhm. Yep. It's a black screen.
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah.
my turn. Just
But,
oh,
okay.
creepy.
The bones are not really boning like that, but you know, this was the train
Bones?
wreck
What?
map that I.
At the very end.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the middle. I heard that. Like, what?
Yeah. It's like
The
it's like
bones
some
aren't
Bones? What
bones.
bones?
I mean, the train doesn't pass under. That seems like a Final Fantasy thing. Of just like, oh yeah, this train that's been well maintained. So it happens to pass under a giant rib cage.
the train goes through a tunnel, and like coming out of the tunnel, someone's like, I didn't know there's a mountain range here, and someone's like, there isn't, there's an adamantoise carcass. I said an adamantoise carcass, Charlie.
Was that an indicator that Andrew is still adding tokens to the map?
We were talking about how Final Fantasy it was to drive through bones on a train track.
Oh yeah, that
I
is.
just said it would be funny if it was an adamantoise carcass, because it's just a
The hell
mountain-sized
is
chunk.
that? What is that?
One
Don't
of
worry
the
about
many
it.
dog monster type enemies. That one's called Red 12.
I almost made a joke, but I felt like even though Jack is not DM, he would somehow manage to harm me.
Zed cast Discord 9 on you. I don't know what your health total is. Damn it. It's not a 9 at the end. Do any of you have a 9 at the end? No, you garbage people.
Oh. Ugh.
right? Oh, for God's sake. I accidentally went back instead of moving the
I
thing.
can't even zoom out on this map, so I don't even know what's happening.
No, don't worry about it.
Andrew's put
There's
down.
just an
don't worry about it.
increasingly horrific monsters.
Yeah,
Cool.
one's like a dragon cat dog thing, and then either
I mean,
a rock with an eye and mouth or a real messed up meatball.
maybe this does our damage to the train tracks for us.
That we already did that. That's a evil eye.
That is
variant.
disgusting.
Oh, that's like one of those skinny drakes.
Right. Let's roll initiative.
Can we just be on record as saying that at minimum Zed is not at the front because he gave
Sure.
Silas
You guys
and Agatha
can
that help.
arrange
And why is
yourselves.
Roscoe in the middle?
I also only see 4 tokens.
It's
Yeah, you
rejecting
probably can't see.
because no active encounter.
Oh. It's rejecting what?
It's saying there's no active encounter when I roll initiative.
Right now.
Ah, that is a high roll. Now that we're in combat, we all roll high in combat.
Please hold. My computer decided to reset it.
Oh, I just saw the third thing.
Well, I thought that was the same as the first thing. For God's sake, I have literally no ability to pan this map.
It is quite big, sorry.
That's fine. That's not anything.
Oh, good lord.
That's just a guy.
Okay, initiative. I think I hit a button.
Yes. Would somebody like
All
to do
these
Agatha
things
for me?
have problematic names.
What, you don't
I
like
can't even see what I rolled.
Eyemonger? You got a 5.
Awesome.
Which means you go before the lion drake.
Oh my god! I guess there's initiative
Good.
plus 10. I don't know if this will work because I can't, for some reason, can like click Agatha's token. But
Um,
I think because I don't have token permission for Agatha, I can't click initiative.
try now. Well, we know who goes first.
Ready to fucking go.
Well, plus 10 initiative will do that.
As you guys are like powering along the tracks on these chocobos, you see several different of these monsters begin to coalesce as you're kind of like passing through a small like little slot canyon part of this area. And they're kind of like all standing on the edge, just looking down, clearly getting ready to attack you in this ambush.
How are the chocobos reacting? Do we have to get off them? Basically,
Secret War chocobo.
trained for.
They seem skittish. You're like getting up into combat. They're like you're not sure how well they're going to react in a fight.
Okay. I think Agatha sees the 3 things, just like throws a firebolt at the eyemonger and then is gonna like scramble off the chocobo and try and find somewhere to hide. That sounds like an Agatha thing to do. It's a lot. 9 damage.
Okay, so the double rolling problem. I get the sheet issue.
I think it's a 3D dice issue because I think it's outputting the same thing twice.
Yeah, but it's only doing that for some of your sheets.
Yeah.
Just the weird thing. Anyways, doesn't matter. The eyemonger is going to open its mouth and hoover up the magic. Just a big old ball. It is very quiet. It is like this massive block. Its flesh does look stony, but it's got that big eyeball and just look. You see the flame bolt gets like stuck inside where it was about to splatter its eye.
Agatha, I think, is there anything around to hide behind? Like, is there more shrubbery than this, or is the closest thing to the left or right the shrubs?
Yeah. And they're not very. It's pretty open, unfortunately, for Agatha's sneakiness.
Can she ride the chocobo to the west?
Yeah.
And then, like, dismount and hide behind the shrubs over there.
Sure.
Great. I'll roll stealth.
Would it need to be a active reaction thing, or could it be a passive thing of like, is it hoovering it up so it can spit it back out?
You can make an Arcana check if you like.
I get the roll's good. Zed would also make that, I think. Having watched magic just get eaten by something. Oh, don't worry, Zed's garbage. I will just roll good for Agatha. Stupid Zed. Dum dum.
Zed, you're not sure. Silas, it doesn't seem like that to you. Just based off the flows of magic, it seemed like it was picking them apart rather than absorbing to redirect. But it's gonna be Zed's turn.
Okay. I will. Zed will. Just let me read this while I'm doing the pages. Are they? They're all standing, right? Or are they flying? Or
They're all standing at the moment. Yeah.
Zed will just, with his full action, cast Armor of Agathis at 3rd level. To have that happening. Which it would be amazing if I could just apply it to myself, but of course I can't. And then I will use my movement to not move, but to use scan. I guess on that eyemonger, because what the fuck? So, scan. Everything is. I haven't used this shit for ages. Which skill check would it be?
Arcana.
Okay. Oh, good. Is it a level? Is it a CR1 creature?
No.
Because then that would work. Is it actually? It would work if it was a CR2 creature.
It's not.
Well, then I will, with my bonus action, throw a fucking stone at this lion drake.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure stone is a bad crit too.
It's not. It's not the best.
Yeah, just it's a fixed damage amount, so it's a bad crit. Anyway, 17
Insulting.
bludgeoning damage, I think. But it's conflicted with confuse, which is on the blue magic sheet if you need to see what the effect does.
Yeah.
Zed doesn't say anything except says, maybe get off the chocobos. They're not going to like being in a fight, as he stays on his chocobo. And then I'm done.
Right, Roscoe, you guys are, despite being quote unquote ambushed, a bit more reactive to these monsters.
I always forget because it hardly ever came up in any of the games I played. When we're on a mount, how does our movement work?
You could do the creature's movement.
So let's say I use part of the chocobo's movement. If I hopped off the chocobo, do I still have my movement?
Usually the way I do it is you lose a proportional amount of movement. So if you have the chocobo do half of its movement, you have half of your movement remaining.
Then no, Roscoe would get off his chocobo and kind of like with a hand kind of turn it a bit, like forcibly kind of like turn it back towards kind of where Agatha ran off and give it like not a hard smack, but like a pat to like go like away from the monsters and stuff. And he's going to use his action to dash. Yeah. Getting up in the eyemonger's eye. And then it's going to use his bonus action to enter a trance, specifically with this booming sound of thunder echoing up his fists as his like fingers clench. I think that's everything he can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you dashed. All right. Cool. Silence.
Yeah. Is the bottom of the map town or is the top of the map town?
Bottom is down. Many far away.
Yeah, but I still want to be like aware in case sudden train sounds emerge.
We already did the sabotage. If they fix it already, we have bigger problems.
The sabotage is behind us.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Silas will go ahead and cast a spiritual weapon.
What? Why is that so?
I can't see my measurement marks. Are the is the eye buddy at 60 feet away from me? Fewer.
About.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I will
Because
cast
Roscoe
that
could
with-
run from 10 feet to the west of you.
Cool. I will cast that with a attack on the Eyemonger.
All right. I need that attack roll.
I think you still have to roll the attack because it only rolls the damage. because
Yeah, I'm
it's
working on it.
stupid.
It's just slow. Plus what? 7, 8? Let's see. Hold on. Plus 7.
Uh,
So 16.
that hits.
I tap it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and these like above the like in the bluffs in the cliff areas, do I see any how well put together is this terrain? Is there any possibility of like things coming down with a bit of force, or is there or like
Yeah.
at least a clatter of rocks?
Definitely, you feel like you could, with like a sizable explosion or application of force, knock some of these rocks down.
Yeah, Silas is going to holler out to Agatha and point at like a couple of the places where he spotted that as a possibility um for everyone. And uh I'm gonna start like examining. I feel like this is probably a full check. Um but I'm contemplating trying to trigger one of the creatures to cause this issue, like themselves. So like I'm looking around the larger animals and what beast might basically cause its own problem for the others. So I can like plot to like Druidcraft or like confuse them into attacking the rock formation or something around that.
Like the most obviously strong one is this flame worm. But you're not that familiar with these creatures.
Okay. Um and around either of the two enemies, is there like a place where I could be like, oh yeah, I want that flame worm concentrating its fire?
Make a nature check. So the lion drink is standing like on a thing that looks like it could be pretty easily collapsible if the flame worm were to hit it. You're not sure if the fire breath would do the trick, but like any kind of big strike. You know.
Got it. I'll hold on to that, and I will move back along the track towards where the Chocobo is running, and kind of like secure both of them so that they don't run off uh, as as part of my movement, if that's possible. And if not, I'll just stand ready to do so by kind of hanging out near Roscoe's Chocobo.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Since you aren't really doing anything else. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's I felt like I was asking to do a lot of stuff that wasn't quite
Okay.
like actiony, so I was trying not to take my action to make time for all that other stuff.
For me. All right. The inner flame worm. Roll on up. Roll on up to Roscoe, actually. Too close. And it's gonna hit you with some attacks. Bite into claw. Missing. Probably. And then Hitting twice. Oh, it should no, because you didn't attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think hitting you for 3 and 5 after your protection.
Yeah.
It kind of just barrels forward like this big dragon-like entity, searing with heat. Especially its maw, like just radiating heat. But that misses you, thankfully. As it does kind of take you 2 swipes that catch on your arms. The Eyemonger. The Eyemonger is actually going to kind of ignore you and just kind of mosey on down this way.
Wow. Annoying Rusk.
If it's leaving my space, can I use my reaction to deck it?
Yeah.
Punch it in its stupid eye.
15.
That it kind of glances, and its skin is like very rock-like as it appears. So your fist like connects, but kind of just goes off a little bit, not seeming to do very much damage.
Alright, so what's AC?
It's going to be Estes' turn. This large boulder with an eye staring its maw down at you.
And earlier I said
Okay,
Agatha,
I'm
I
letting
meant
him
Agatha,
again.
like, because Asta's the blow-uppy person. That was the person I indicated the like the potentials for rock
Oh,
slide back.
sure. I could have seen that going either way.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it makes sense,
Mhm.
but I get good to know that.
Yeah, but Agatha's
Okay.
halfway across the map at this point.
I can't really see. Great. Everything just disappeared again for me. How far away is this guy from me?
He's like 30 feet, 25 feet.
Excellent. Okay. Action. Nope. If you could control my sheet for me, because it's just giving me errors now. It's just deciding to quit on me. I would like to shoot it with my gun, and then I will throw a bomb at it as a bonus action.
Ship gun.
Which guy is closest to me that I'm doing
The
this at?
the Eyemonger.
The Eyemonger? Okay.
The mongrel.
Then I want to I'll do my explosive bomb as a bonus action. And I'll try reloading for the 8th time.
Good. 25. Alright, that's. I think it's pretty bad. Yeah, it fails. Mainly because it's just so much a giant rock ball. So it like tries to kind of like throw itself out of the way, but it just moves very slowly, or in like in a very unwieldy fashion. The bomb catches it, and it's like just got some chunks falling off of it. The shotgun blast also hits it, just doesn't deal that much damage. But 25 all up, good. Did you wanna-
And then I will
Yeah.
move away.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
No worries. The lion drink is confused. It like the stone hit it in the head, and it's like It is going to swoop down. It is going to swoop down on Silas.
Yep.
Don't worry, confuse is good.
One bite, two claw. Yep. So these are all minus a d6, right?
It should automatically do it once you have the effect on.
So 17 on
it
the
is
bite.
automatically minusing. You can roll higher than a 2 on these d6s, by the way, if you really wanted to help us out.
All right, Silas. You take all of that, yes?
Yeah, 15 is my AC.
Okay. I need you to make a strength save.
If I'm going for a flight, this is gonna suck. I accidentally rolled ability, but it's the same thing.
Okay. You're knocked prone. I guess I should do these with advantage, actually. That would have gone first. Doesn't change anything. So even though it's a little bit discombobulated, it like swoops down onto you, its jaw like clamping down and throwing you to the ground, where its paws then just scrape on your body. You take a total of 33 plus 9,
I'm down.
42 damage.
Yep.
Immediately getting knocked out.
Great.
So squishy.
Oh, okay.
Super
Excellent.
squishy.
What a useful cleric.
It's going to be Agatha's turn.
I shared screen for Maddie, so you might have to quickly readjust the layout.
Oh,
Or maybe not for this one, right? Because it's a map. We're on map layout.
yeah, we're on a map thing. That's right.
Great.
Thank you.
Kristen just asked
Hold on,
if we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just telling Kristen it's her turn. Literally right this second.
We can take a break if they're.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that
good with that.
works. We're at the top of the round. We haven't sustained
We-
any like massive losses or anything, so
No, not at all. We will take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of session number 8 of Infinite Fantasy, where we are joined by the whole cast. Say hello, whole cast.
Hello, Wholecast.
Hello,
Hello,
Wholecast.
Wholecast.
There's more
I
commitment,
would not listen
but
to a
it was
podcast called
disjointed.
Wholecast. Just saying.
Agatha, it is your turn as you were kind of over off in the bushes watching Silas get mauled by this lion with very draconic features.
Yes. So, I think Agatha like screeches just a little bit. And am I hidden already? Do I have a bonus action stealth
Yes,
to
you
give me
did.
advantage? Cool.
Yeah,
did
you
stealth.
rolled a 29 on your stealth check
A billion. You rolled a
to
billion.
be to be there.
God, rogues be rogan. That's crazy. Cool. So, Agatha, yelps and is going to, we've already witnessed. Agatha's already witnessed the fact that it ate the fire.
Yes.
So I know
The-
not to shoot fire at it.
The Eyemonger ate
That
fire.
was the
The
big
Eyemonger ate
fire
fire.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, no, then I will go ahead and firebolt it in that case. And let me remind myself how that thing works. Cool. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and firebolt it. Did that roll that at advantage? I don't think it did.
No.
It doesn't look like it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Great. And then I'm going to use. I'm going to expend use of Amateur's intuition. Why did my character sheet just break? What is going on? Add the sneak attack damage to that. Hey, why did my character sheet just break? So that was 17 damage total. And we will go ahead and bonus action pop back behind that bush. Stealth.
You just
Bonus
pop
action
out.
hide.
Popping out and popping back in.
Yes, as
Agatha style.
rogues are wont to do.
Okay.
There's
Not a lot to hide behind. You know, these bushes are sparse. But you duck down. You hope that they didn't notice where that came from. And then it's going to be Zed's turn. Zed, for a moment, you thought that Silas was down, but you realize that they are still alive, just on the ground in pain.
The magic of healing word was like already welling up into Zed's like throat to start casting, and then he's like, "Oh, that old man's fine, just very badly wounded. He's probably got some kind of limit break too." I will scan the Eyemonger.
Go for it.
And it will be successful. It was not successful.
roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Nope.
Don't want to talk about it. I rolled a 10. Okay. Zed kind of can't move now because I used scan. Looks around, realizes that he can't really use magic against the Eyemonger because he doesn't know how that'll work. So just like scrambles through some pockets and then draws out a pistol and shoots it.
Fair enough.
That's failing, of course.
It just kind of like hits the rock shell and pings off into the canyon wall.
Let me furiously decide which thing to cast. The Drake, you said the Drake swooped down, but it's not flying, right? It's on the ground.
It's on the ground, yeah, because it had to get down to tussle with.
All right. I will cast. As the pistol comes up, at the same time, the Spirit of the Cactuar appears at the end of Zed's other hand, and I'll needles the Lion Drake for 5 damage.
Takes 5.
That's it. I had a good turn. I did 5 damage at level 6.
Roscoe.
Roscoe is going to burn the thunder charge of the Aetheryte in his arms to double the elemental energy there, and is going to recklessly attack the worm. Not a great roll.
You have advantage though, because you're. That's right.
That was it didn't want to roll it twice, so the 15 was the highest of those two.
Oh, I see what you did. Got it. That's gonna miss on this particular creature.
I was gonna do it like this. Okay.
Well, there you go. All right.
So 33 points of damage.
Yeah, it does not like that as you just like clock it. It's not bloodied, but that was a huge blow.
Yeah, Roscoe, with his movement, will not leave, but will like angle himself to, if this thing for some like the other thing decides to try to charge away, it would have to go around him towards the others.
Yeah, makes sense.
But
It kind of like hacks up some spittle that sears the ground next to you as this happens. But it's gonna be Silas's turn.
You didn't make any changes to my limit break. It's still what you last sent me, right? With the
Yes.
20s.
Yes.
And that's not a spell cast. I'll still be able to spell after.
You could do a bonus action spell after.
Yeah, then I'm gonna limit break for damage on the character in front of me.
All right. This could be amazing, or it could be nothing. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's fine.
It takes 23 and he's bloodied.
Cool. And then I'm going to healing word myself.
What does your limit break look like?
Yeah, so what was the limit break?
Sorry.
Yeah, what is it?
Sorry, I was distracted by like searching my chat for what my limit break was because it's not on my sheet. So I was like thinking about that, not be look on it. I think what happens is Silas is like laying down on the ground, just staring up at this creature, with just kind of a he's not even, despite the fact that he's just got the shit kicked out of him, he doesn't look like he's particularly focused on the pain. He just looks resoundingly annoyed. And so he reaches up and he's like flicking his finger almost like through like he's like choosing options, and then his hand comes down like he's almost like he's like playing a slot machine. And you see like flashes of damage types appearing on this creature, like it runs through just different options of what could have happened to it in the last minute: acid, fire, and just like what would happen to the creature if it got hit by these things. um and then when the damage hits, it's something like internal, so you don't like the splash of acid goes away, the crackle of electricity goes away, and instead there's just like the creature just staggers, with no clear indication of what caused the harm, just a soft glow. And then Silas will pull himself to his feet and dust himself off and snap his fingers for a little bit of healing word magic.
That's cool.
And let's never change.
I like the 3 to 60 damage range.
Real satisfying.
Could also do another thing, which you'll find out maybe at some point.
All right, I'm trying to make healing word go off, but that's my turn because I'm not going to try to move away from it with it on top of me. It seems like a bad move.
In response to being like snout punched by a thunder fist, the younger flame worm is going to unleash its fire breath on Roscoe.
I genuinely thought that this was what the fire drake that the lion drake was doing. And it's like, it's gonna attack Roscoe. It's a weird choice.
That was a crazy 60-10. I need to make a con
So-
save.
Andrew, I think you misspoke. I think you meant to do this after my next round when I was going to put fire. Okay. That was a con save.
Yeah, you're fine. You do fail. So you're gonna take 47 points of damage.
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
You are also vulnerable to fire damage until the end of your next turn.
Oh, fun. Okay.
But after taking that damage, presumably.
Yes. So
That's cool.
it's less of a breath like a traditional gout of flame, and more of like it's closer to like a flamethrower. It's like slightly sticky, like the spittle hits you and like stings for a while. As this creature unleashes its breath. Yes.
Andrew, can I ask, as Zed watches that happen, do I think I could learn that if I scanned this thing successfully?
Yeah, you do. You do think that it is it's a
Fuck you,
variant
Imonga.
of a fire.
Not wasting my
Um,
time trying to scan you anymore, you stupid eye thing.
That's gonna be that turn. The eye monger is going
Oh
to
no, I insulted it.
finish its floating finally to get over to you and attempt to swallow you.
What? No, I need to scan the other thing.
I thought that was gonna be a
That's my
20.
head for hoovering.
It was
That misses.
really hovering on that 20.
It's a
Okay.
DC 18 deck
It
save.
goes to just like just champ down on you, swallowing you up, and there's even like a little bit of suction because it's pretty slow, but there's like a bit of like a effect that's slightly pulling you in, but you just like dodge under and around it. This creature is floating; it doesn't like ever touch the ground. Just in case that matters at any point. That's gonna be the Eyemonger's turn. It's gonna be Asta's turn.
Actually shocking how much that does matter to so many of my spells.
Great. Shoot it. And then Yeah, ship gun, Jack.
Ship gun. I don't have access to roll things from your sheet.
Oh,
Damn.
I can give
Andrew.
you access.
If you're just waiting for the thing to pop up.
I don't know why people are letting me
Action.
roll anything.
Okay.
It's a mistake.
It's just if I take Andrew, it's just if I take the bomb,
out
if
of
I take
food.
the action, I can throw a bomb as a bonus action, or do I have to hit?
Yeah. You don't have to.
Then I'm going to. I did a grenade last time. We're going to try a cryo bomb this time. See what that does, and obviously aim it so that Zed doesn't get hit. And hit both of them.
Does
even
this
if
hit both of them?
It does hit both of them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they'll both make dex saves. Failing. And they'll both take 16 points of cold damage as they slightly freeze.
Nice. Well done.
Okay, just 16.
And I will. I'll move back in a diagonal 15 feet.
Yeah, that's just slowly backing up like shotgun.
Uh huh.
Just watched this thing try and swallow Zed whole. Back
Yep,
away
I'm like,
further from
nope.
that.
Yep.
Right.
That's my turn.
The Lion Drake is not feeling good, having just taken a ton of damage in the last turn. It is going to let out a blood-chilling roar. I need... just Silas and Zed to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, good. I'm glad I backed up.
God damn it. Hold up. Let me look at feature options here.
14?
You're fine.
Zed, the wisest of them all?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna do something about this. Well,
With the -1, still barely answering the thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll my gambling.
Hmm.
I always forget to do those at the start of the session. Somebody needs to remind me. But I've been running aid on all of them for the
Just
last bit, so
Okay, that's fine. It isn't that particularly bad zone, so even if it doesn't make it a success, it still makes it not good.
the Lion Drake versus Silas 1v1 is really really the Lion Drake just stomping on Silas.
So you have 3 spin. I quite enjoy Silas's character class stuff. They came out good.
and I rolled a die again when
Yeah.
to find out what
Yeah. The first roll at the start of the day is just to see how many you get. So the way that this works, because I don't know if we ever explained it on screen, is that Silas says an amount of d6. I'm forgetting exactly how it's determined.
wisdom bonus.
Wisdom bonus. That they can declare weal or woe. And if they declare it a woe and it rolls below a 3 or below, they get to keep it. If they declare it a weal and it's 3 and above, 4, 5, or 6, they get to keep it. And then they can use it like a inspiration type thing. So that turns it still into a fail, but it is not by 5 or more, so you're only frightened, you're not paralyzed. That's the Lion Drake's turn. It just like spends its whole round just into the air, kind of like shaking the ground around you. And this can be Agatha's turn.
Yeah. Annoyingly, I don't think I can get into melee with it.
Bonus action dash, yeah.
Even with a bonus action dash, I am
That far.
Yep.
You are pretty far. Yeah, you did back up.
Yep. That's 60 feet right there. So instead, or wait, can I control? There we go. Instead, I'm going to move up 30 feet. Blast it again with a firebolt.
Yeah, all nice.
And then dupe. I'm gonna presumably 11 does not hit. That's a shame. That's fine. And I actually think I'm gonna end my turn there.
Zed's turn.
Zed sees this thing float towards him, try to swallow him, ducks underneath it, and at the same time, like raises his hand, and the translucent target appears, and he scans not the eyemonger, but the worm.
The flame worm.
Is this one also Arcana?
Yes.
Great.
Hey, there you go. You do
Okay,
scan. What do you want?
I would like to know its vulnerabilities and max HP.
It is vulnerable to cold damage. Its max HP is actually not that high. It's only 93. It's kind of a glass cannon.
Stupid amount of damage that this barbarian has done. All right, sure. Zed says, that fire-breathing dragon probably doesn't like cold. To be really helpful. And then I will, as a bonus action, allow the wings of the spectral zoo to appear, and I'll cast White Wind. If I can remember where my white magic is, blue magic is, White Wind. It heals more because I have temp HP, so everybody gets back 5. And then I'm going to do something that I've literally never done, and I'm going to take the dodge action.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
Because
so
I don't want to get eaten by that thing.
Mainly Roscoe and Silas, you both get back 5. And it's going to be Roscoe's turn.
Oh, and if one of those things was affecting you, but I don't think it is.
All right. After taking 47 fire damage, Roscoe is going to hear the call out from Zed with just muffled under, probably still on fire. I guess. And like ice fists already start coming out. I'm going to switch into that with the trance. To try and punch this Drake. I will reckless again. Actually, I'm not going to reckless again. I'm going to do a guardian attack. Because I'm not moving. That seems like a smarter idea. First attack is a miss.
That'll hit. So, 2 cold damage.
Okay, so that's plus another 4 to the cold. So 21 points of damage. And yeah,
Sorry, did
I think
you?
that's- Huh?
It rolled above already for the damage, so 13. Yes.
Oh, it rolled with it. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry.
What's
I was
happening?
doing the other thing before.
You're fine.
So my
You're
bad.
fine.
Okay. So yeah, it'll be
14.
14.
Yeah, it takes 14 points of damage, which does bloody it. It doesn't put it at a good HP for Jack.
Nope. I mean, also once it's at that HP, it's not worth it.
Yeah. That's,
As much as I
Uh,
want this thing to go off at some point, it's not worth it.
all right. So that's Russ's turn. You're also very dodgy round. Silas.
Cool. Silas is gonna shoot Roscoe's pal and Toll the Dead.
She's just gonna
My
shoot
pal.
Roscoe. It's like, oh my god, the twist.
This is the moment that Silas
The
reveals
traitor.
to be
The betrayal.
the traitor.
And that's a big fat no.
We're doing so good, guys.
Well, you have disadvantage.
I rolled it with disadvantage
Yeah, but why?
because I'm frightened.
Oh, yes, that's true. I
And then-
remember how these things work.
And frightened is against everybody, not just the one in front of me, right?
Yeah, it's while it's in sight. Ability checks and attack rolls. Yeah.
Cool.
You're
And then
right.
I'll do a saving throw, Toll the Dead on the one next to me.
0 out of 10 ordering. Didn't Toll the Dead first in case it killed it to give non-advantage to.
I
the
don't
thing.
I don't think it's gonna because it's D12s, but wisdom save throw.
This is on the line. Yes.
Yep.
It does succeed. I assume.
Yep. Yeah, it succeeded.
That we've had so
Okay.
many empty turns this fight. Of
Yeah.
just nothing happening for full
Is that-
caster turns.
This is rolling not the best. The flame worm is going to bite and claw at Roscoe with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
No,
Sorry.
Roscoe!
Well, they didn't crit. It still hits you for the first time. For
Yeah, the bite hits.
9. This is one of the weird ones. So 3 to 5 points of damage, and then the other attacks miss. Thanks to your, fists up. You're gonna.
And then because of Ebonite Guard, because I'm doing guarding attack, I believe it takes 6 points of cold
Yeah.
damage.
That is true. Is that equivalent to your con? I'm trying to remember how I wrote that.
Proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So it's
So
a
it'll be
proficiency bonus
double.
in the and it's cold damage.
Yeah, it doesn't like that. It's like as its hands.
So it did
slightly
more damage
freeze.
to itself than to me.
Well, that's how these things go with barbarians. The Eyemonger, once more, going to attempt to chomp down on Zed. Disadvantage.
Also with disadvantage. Yeah, shockingly,
it's
a
not a
24 will
crit.
hit.
But it's not a crit. Go ahead and make a dex
But also,
save
I have advantage on the dex save,
on the dex save. Yeah,
which is part of why I did it.
super important.
Also,
because the acid
It
is
takes
nasty.
It takes 15 cold damage as it bites me.
You're right. It does.
We had the same turn. We dodged and did cold damage. And then this is with advantage.
Oh, please.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey!
Nice
You're
time.
Yeah, it kind of like it clips you on the shoulder, but you pull away before like the vacuum can suck you up into its gullet.
The
Which was
Hey,
like,
small
cold that
ones.
like is still the cold that's still like draped over me. His armor kind of like lingers between us like fog. So it's like just breathes this massive sigh.
Do I have the time to shout like as I'm seeing that
Hmm.
it's sucking him up, like trying to suck him up, sort of moment, that Hoover motion? Be like, shout at Asta, can you feed it a bomb?
I'll try.
I'm standing next to it.
Just duck.
Asa, it's your turn.
I'm gonna
Balls of
throw
bomb.
needles at you.
Swallows a bomb,
Um,
swallows Zed.
I'm
Zed is inside
going
when the bomb
to.
goes off.
I will shoot at what looks more hurt, the dragon
the Drake,
thing or the eye
lion Drake.
thing,
Yeah,
the
for
Drake?
sure.
Then I'll use my ship gun at the Drake.
The Eyemonger is a little beefy.
Yeah, I figured. So whoever wants to shoot for me can shoot for me.
No, I'll do it, sorry. I've got to open our roll.
There you go. 10.
Yeah. Woo. And then I will again, like I did last time, cryo bomb between the two. Because I assume the Drake isn't dead from that.
Oh well, that is
Ooh,
a
hell yeah!
solid
Very good.
fireball.
Fuck yeah!
Dex saves all around. Failing. Both failing. Yep. They will both
Yes.
take 20.
It rolled away from that
Bloodying
Drake.
the Eyemonger and not quite killing the Lion Drake.
Oh, damn. I'll stay where I am.
It'll then be the Lion Drake's turn. It's gonna ignore Silas, who has really not done that much obvious damage to it.
Yeah.
And instead go
Okay.
attack
Oh, it's
Asa,
not
who just
Yeah.
threw 2 bombs at it.
Can I stab
Yeah,
at
that's
me?
fair.
I'm, like, I'm
Sure,
not really
go
much
for
of a
it.
melee fighter.
Wait, what is Silas's melee weapon?
Silas carries the rifle around that he just kind of uses like a club because that's his.
He just uses it to
I-
beat people.
Look,
There's no
I-
bullets in it either. It's just.
I asked for a baton, and Andrew was like, "Yeah, you'll have
I
an
also,
opportunity to pick up a
on
baton."
several occasions, said that yeah, you guys can pick it. Like they'll equip you with anything that you want.
Then at that point, I did pick up a baton. That is what I am wielding.
Yeah, but you've just been choosing to still use the butt end of the rifle.
It's
feel like the
so funny.
I feel
Oh
like the
my
rifle is
god.
more iconic though.
Yes.
It's true. All
Just
right.
like gripping it by the barrel.
What is that? A D4 or a D6?
I
Think a
think we
D6
said it
per
was a
club.
D6. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same.
That is
I thought I
so
had it on my. I do have it on here.
That was going to be a crit. That would have been hilarious. Unfortunately, you just barely miss. And it swings wide.
That's fine. I tried.
Asta, you're going to take a bite and 2
Okay.
claw attacks. Missing and I believe hitting. Yeah. You take 14 points of damage.
Ouchie.
Not too bad. All the big attacks. Oh wait. Why is its bonus? Has it been doing that this whole time?
Well, it hit
What?
the last 3 times it attacked, so it didn't really make a difference. It's got a negative D6 on it still, right?
Oh, that's why.
So that's
Okay,
why.
yeah. That's why. Makes sense. I totally forgot about that.
Is
I
it
mean,
supposed to
neither
have that then or no?
Yeah. No, that is correct.
Okay.
I did it.
Yeah.
Are
it
you
just looked
tracking
like it
your
had, like,
HP
a
yourself,
+1.
Matt?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll do it for you, I suppose.
Thank you.
Let's see. Agatha.
Yes. Agatha, the panic that was originally driving some of those fire attacks, now that this lion drake is out of melee with their favorite teacher, she's calmed down a bit, but she is gonna, like, as it travels, her eyes and body pivot to follow it. We are going to take all 25 feet of movement. Suddenly the rusty old antique rapier is flashing between herself and her enemy here, and I'm going to get off a melee attack with that. My character sheet has abandoned me once again. What the fuck? Heck.
Andrew, if that
What is happening?
ability check was a saving throw for confuse, then it was a 16 because confuse doesn't affect saving throws.
We are also going to make. Okay, so that is
Not that it matters, but
so that's I'm also going to make that a booming blade. So I get my sneak attack on top of that because I'm in melee with Asta right now, correct? Okay.
Yes.
So there is the sneak attack. And
It's
then
definitely dead, but
cool.
keep
Please
going.
let you know. I just want to
I'm just letting you know.
let me have this.
hey, if you'd attacked the thing that I was fighting, I would have made it move. But no, I have to solo this thing that's trying to eat me.
So
Why am I always soloing
19 points of
single-eyed
damage.
creatures?
Yeah.
It has happened a number of times.
It's a really
It's
good
happened
rapier
more than
roll.
once, which is concerning.
Yes, it had
a
11
nickel.
HP left, and will go down as you just stab it through. The booming aftershock resounding as its corpse hits the ground. Dead.
I shall
I
scan
still have
this
a whole
thing.
bonus action, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, Agatha. You do so many things on one round.
I really do. So many things. I love being a rogue. This is crazy. I'm gonna get in melee with I'm gonna bonus action dash and just get in melee with this guy. That's it.
Zed
problem.
looks at you as you run up and goes, it's going to try and eat you. And then I'm going to scan it and not give any more information about that. So now kind of check. Give me a immunity and it's max HP.
It's not immune to anything. Well, yeah. I will give
That's
you.
fine.
I think this was obvious. I will give you. It's something about its gullet has like an anti-magic effect, but that was kind of obvious from before. But it's not immune to any damage traditionally.
Yep.
Its max HP is 149.
Fuck you. If I'd scanned it correctly the first turn.
Yeah, you would have done a ton of damage. I'm sorry.
Outrageous. I will, as a bonus action, cast Rotting Gaze on it. I don't know if that'll work. Probably it's my DC, so it's DC 16.
Yeah.
I haven't updated it yet.
That's It'll succeed
Rude.
because it's got a ton of comp.
It takes nothing on a save, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then I will dodge again. And I guess prepare to probably watch Agatha get eaten.
Roscoe.
All right. Time to gamble. Especially with my rolls lately. I'm going to reckless attack this thing, and I'm also going to use my bonus action to expend the cold charge. So first hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that 220s?
All right.
All right.
Whoop.
Well,
Hell yeah.
Game's easy if you're Chris. The game is an easier game. It's like Chris has an aimbot.
it makes up for, Chris's job being so difficult.
That's
Being
okay.
a specialist little guy.
I'm also, for some reason, being a tank, and I don't get the good.
Okay, so that's plus another 6. That's 26.
Yeah, 26. Still up.
And that's like a
That will
You can
hit.
roll
Zero-
an extra
yeah.
20.
You have a +9, right? Or +8?
plus 9.
Definitely hit. And that will,
Yep, that's another 18.
yeah, that will kill.
Jeez.
I think it's like from where I had did the flame breath before.
Mhm.
Roscoe, like before it could fully close its mouth, caught again after biting him, caught the upper jaw, and just straight like punched, like uppercutted, the inside of its mouth twice, until like the fist like pierced through from that position, and then out.
Rip
So
its
there's
tongue
some
out.
icicles that like pop out the head.
Yeah, it's very God of War Kratos, like just like getting in there.
And then I guess I'll use my movement to get back over to the tracks.
Right, just storming back. The chocobos at this point have scattered off just as well. Kristen, you got the most unruly of chocobos. This is appropriate.
You also rolled the highest on animal.
But yes, you did also roll the highest, surprisingly. Silas.
Yeah, I'm going to move my rifle as far as I can move it to prepare for the next round for it. And then I will use my
Oh, you went. Anybody else here, or Charlie?
Nope.
No.
I just thought maybe it was my fault
I
again this
assumed
time.
that Charlie had stopped speaking mid-sentence.
That's what I thought for a second until I realized their lips are still moving.
That's how I know they're lying.
The score is having a bad day today, I think.
Also, Andrew's like, well, the flame worm's clearly the toughest thing. This 149 boulder that tries to eat you.
No, hold on. I meant that
The most-
the
the silent-
question
the
was
obvious
the
strongest
strongest.
thing.
The strongest, not the toughest. The Eyemonger is clearly the toughest thing. It basically looks like a big rock.
There's another world where this fight went, where this Eyemonger ate Roscoe on round 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Roscoe just could never get out.
I
Well,
think you
it
can
saw-
punch your way out, right? It's got to
You
punch
can.
its way out. like,
You can
possibility.
get your way out, yeah. But the 10d6 acid's pretty nasty.
Here's the thing:
That just
if you were
happens.
put into it, you could do 25 damage in a single turn. If I get swallowed, I live there now. I don't have the ability to do 25 damage.
How much damage can your needles do?
20. Oh wait, no, actually on a 20 I think it is 25. Because it's, let me check.
Yeah, if you crit a
Yeah,
needle
if I
specifically.
roll a 20, if I crit needles I can do it. Actually, if I crit arrow, it could do it as well. Because it is flying.
It is flying, that's true, yeah.
If I get swallowed and it does enough damage,
That's true.
okay, Charlie is tolling the dead. So it's a wisdom save. And I'll output it.
Well, it's not that wise.
I thought it was a 20 then.
It almost was.
I think it's a crime that I am required to. I can't roll Charlie's thing, but I'll. It's 2d12.
Did
right?
they?
So-
Are they like restarting their computer?
Hey, Foundry.
Oh no, I think it's Discord. Anyway, 13 damage.
Yeah. Right, still up. Yeah, looking pretty wounded.
Maybe I missed an attack on it. Yeah, the gun needs to move 20 feet towards us, and Charlie's going to move something.
Oh, they're topping. Okay. What is this side conversation that's in? The gun. The gun can't get there, so that's fine.
Yeah, it just moves 20 feet every time, being pointless.
Monger. I think it is tired of attempting to swallow Zed, so it will attempt to instead swallow Agatha, unleashing its bite attack on you. Hitting. I need you to make a dex save.
Not a dex save.
It is DC 18. No, you're fine. You're fine. You definitely maneuver.
You still take the damage.
It gets your arm and you take 10, but you manage to throw yourself out of the way as it tries to hoover you up. I'm sticking with Hoover because
I think
I
it's
don't
a
want to
good
get laughed at. It's going to be Asta's turn.
Would you like to
Okay.
ship gun it?
Is it? Oh no, it's not right next to me. Yeah, I'll ship gun it.
A miss.
Ah,
I imagine. Oh yeah, it's 15.
yeah. Amonger, we'll do. We'll just do a regular. Wait, is the Amonger the one that ate the firebolt, the fire magic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll do the cryo bomb again. And that's bomb 4 out of 5.
Yeah, which was why I was like, maybe I can swallow it.
Oh shit, damage.
Sorry.
It also just dodges.
Saved anyway.
It'll take 6.
God. Yeah, I didn't do shit this
Somehow.
turn.
Somehow
I'll move in a little bit closer too. Maybe on the other side of the tracks. If I can get there. I don't think I can actually get there, but whatever. Move 30 feet somewhere. Yeah. Awesome.
Welcome to the
Right. Agatha.
everyone else. No damage all ever.
Maddie has a turn that does more damage than I've done on 3 of my
Yeah,
that shit
exactly.
turn.
Great.
Outrageous.
So we're in melee with this guy. Wonderful. Phenomenal.
It's a sickly grin eyeing you for another chomp.
You'll never believe what I'm about to try to do again.
Something blade.
And it is Booming Blade, my beloved.
Yeah,
Well, it's gonna hit.
that's gonna hit.
Great. Okay, so we're gonna pop our sneak attack on top of that. And then we're gonna add one more D8 on top of that. Great. I love when this happens.
Good.
There, it's booming bladed, and because of misdirecting blast, I hit it. That booming blade. That is a spell. So I am going to leave melee
Sure.
safely,
Once
and
more.
I want to bonus action hide behind the corpse of the lion
Okay.
drake.
Sure. That's fine.
Thank you.
The
was-
ether is slowly like spooling off of the lion drake's course to reveal a simple puma. However, it's still enough for you to hide behind.
What's the aura on the? Is that the booming blade?
No,
Yeah,
that's
two
the
booming
bomb.
blade. Just
Oh, I thought it was the bomb. You're right. I'll leave that up.
But as I'm running to like hide behind before I like dodge behind the thing, I go, "Can't catch me!" Because I want to goad it into moving.
Then
Well, when you were standing next to it, I was going to dissonant whisper it so you could get an
it is
attack of
also
opportunity.
like
But now that just feels so
splintering-
much worse.
It's splintering with like spiderweb cracks all over its frame.
I guess. Zed like notes where Roscoe is, and I'm gonna try and step to like here, so that as I dissonant whisper it, it will float directly past Roscoe, so he can maybe get to punch it if this works. So I'm gonna upcast this at 3rd level. And it's a wisdom saving throw.
Fail.
So it takes 21 points of psychic damage, and then it has to. It uses its reaction if available, as far as its speed allows. I don't have a melee weapon out, so I don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it starts to move. Yes, it starts to move.
Yes. You would have got an attack of opportunity on it as well if you.
And probably immediately dies.
Wow, we chunked through that 120 faster than I thought.
It immediately dies.
I think I miscounted a grenade. It got hit by a grenade earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
I
saying
don't
Combat
like that
ends.
I
Booming
facilitated
blade killed
the
this.
booming blade kill.
It did. The booming blade did indeed kill
Did-
the eye monger,
Wait, hold on.
which
Hold on.
hit the
Hold
ground,
on.
begins to crumble, apart from the eyeball, which continues to move for a little bit before twitching out.
I scanned it. Can I learn swallow?
No,
Oh.
you can't learn
Oh.
It's
swallow.
valid to say no. Does it
You
have
can't
another
learn
thing that I can
swallow. You can learn its the anti-magic. This calls it anti-magic billet.
Don't say anything more about it. Tell me about it in between, and I'll write it up if
Yeah.
it's not written. Or you can put
It's
it in my
I'll
pictures.
tell you.
That way, nobody knows. Cool. I got 2 good abilities out of that. Then that's nice. Zed like immediately goes to check on Roscoe. It's like
Yeah, Roscoe is hunched over a bit, has both hands on his knees, head is down, breathing pretty heavy. Stands up straight, and in the motion of doing that, has one hand like this and a comb, and is fixing his hair.
While you're combing your hair, I will come cure wound you.
how did your comb not melt?
I'm gonna go try to find the chocobos.
Steel bone.
Protected blade. Yeah, pet.
Said no.
Wow.
See,
Maybe
full
the
jumps.
handicap you need for the fight is a man with a flamethrower.
That would make it fair. I saw how that went, ish, in glimpses. Did anyone get eaten?
No. No.
Asta, can you make me an animal handling check?
Also, what happened to Silas? I saw that
Uh-huh.
thing tackle him, and then he was just gone from my vision.
As you say that, Silas is like applying a cure wounds to you, and kind of just gives you a hand wave and says, likewise.
Oh, good. I thought you got toward the ribbons.
Can you roll for me, Andrew?
Oh, yeah,
I'll do it if you want. Like,
sure.
I forgot that I was responsible for these things. Animal handling, you say?
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's gonna be bad.
Why? Oh, don't worry about it.
Hey.
I roll great
Alright.
at things at wisdom
Um,
that we're bad at.
It takes you a moment, like the chocobos scattered a bit away from the fight, but they didn't like flee the whole area. They just like went off a bit and are picking at some grass. And they're a little bit ornery, you know. They're like, well, I don't know if I really want to ride you people, or if I want you people to ride me again. But you managed to corral them back to the group after some cawing and bribing with a few pellets of treats.
You're still gonna get your deposit
Can
back,
Agatha-
Asta.
Can Agatha and I look for any loot? Which is to say, I'll help
Sure.
Agatha roll investigation. We got to
There we
recuperate the gil
go.
that I spent on that champagne.
You said help action there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
Great.
a free again. That would have been hilarious.
Hey.
And it still would have been high.
Rogues be rogan.
Yes. So only the lion drake seemed to be a like monsterized animal. The eye monger actually has chunks of valuable metals inside of it that you pick up for later sale. And the
What
flame-
type of metal?
valuable metal. We'll say
You
platinum.
just said valuable.
We'll say platinum.
Just say moonstone.
Ebonite.
Yeah.
Lapis lazuli.
That was a genuine. I did not hear the descriptor. I was not trying to.
Oh no. You're fine. I
Just-
didn't mean to
Just
When
valuable
when Agatha-
metal.
when
It's a
Agatha
good
looks in
question.
her inventory, when Agatha looks in her
Valuable light.
inventory and the menu pops up, it just says Misk Metals Rare.
Yeah,
Cool.
valuable light.
Rare scrap.
rare
Unobtainium.
shit.
Rare
Get some
scrap.
neodymium in there.
Common herb.
Get some strong magnets.
It's probably worth like 1,000 gil or so. The flame worm doesn't really contain anything that you could sell per se. Although Asta, you can pick up some volatile ingredients to help fuel your bomb making.
Roscoe, take one of the claws.
Sure.
Don't they normally this
A little hot.
worm didn't melt into something else? It just continues to be the worm.
Yes.
Actually,
Hmm.
I just thought about
Okay.
this. Can Roscoe do some type of like, since the other two things didn't disappear, are these common-ish like things that have been in this area that Roscoe would know about, like living and
You
growing
can
up
make a
here?
history check in this particular case.
Can I also make a history check?
Yeah.
Andrew, what did you want me
Because
to do? Sorry,
XP.
my headphones cut out.
Nothing.
Terrible.
I just mentioned that the flame worm remains had reagents that you took for bomb making.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Can I? Hey, can I? Do you want to help with that history check?
Yeah. If you're
Yeah,
talking
I
Roscoe
like the
already.
idea that Agatha is helping Roscoe with it while Zed is standing next to it, just understanding. the history of this region already. I think that's funny.
Oscar, do you have
I've had
history
that
trade?
question.
I forgot that.
Me?
Uh,
Yeah, I've got proficiency.
Roscoe.
Oh, Chris, not okay.
Roscoe,
I think I
due
do.
to
He
due
does.
to a character feature called well-to-do knowledge, does have history check.
Oh, right.
Thanks for
You were
proficiency.
We are
makes
very
sense.
good
Your
at
parents
history
schooled
across
you.
our group.
That's better.
So I'll start with Roscoe. From what you remember, you've heard stories of like rocks or valuable ore deposits sometimes like turning into monsters, but like you don't remember a lot of specifics about it. Just that it happens on occasion. So dragons are a known entity that exists independent of like normal monsters. It's usually a little bit weird for them to like work with monsters. They tend to be more like animals where they will kind of, you know, if they come into contact with like an aetheryte monster, they will tend to fight them. But sometimes these creatures can get affected by aetheryte in different ways that can result in them kind of working alongside monsters. So Zed, you the Eyemonger is these are kind of like a type of monster that seem to form when usually in like caves that have a lot of aetheryte in them, or magic sometimes. They seem to be attracted. They are very absorbent, magic absorbent, these crystals. And sometimes when they absorb too much, they can start to form a core that turns into these monsters. And they get more dangerous and more powerful the more magic or material that they absorb. They're considered pretty dangerous and fairly rare. It's quite unusual to see one. But you're up in the mountains. You know, there's probably more ore deposits up here. It's kind of, that's part of the industry of this region. So maybe they're a little bit more common here. As far as the flame worm is concerned, this seems to be a baby dragon, you know, some kind of fire drake dragon that absorbed an abnormal amount of flame attuned ether. Whether naturally or unnaturally, that's a little bit harder to say. This definitely could be some kind of experiment. But normally they
Zed
wouldn't
largely
be.
listens.
They wouldn't be like, its flame breath was particularly powerful, but its body was a little bit weak. You notice, like it wasn't that sturdy, almost like it was kind of imbalanced.
Zed listens to Roscoe's like talking about the history of these things, and like pretty much just agrees with that and doesn't really fill in any extra, but notes that down for like his own notes and stuff. And like as he can kind of feel the remnants of the spirits of these two things like within his well of blue magic, he considers both those things. And then I think looks to the group and says, well, we don't have the luxury to wait and rest here. We should keep moving and make camp when we can to rest. But we can't stop travel.
Does anything on the map? Do we have any information on the maps for like a good shelter and how many hours away it would be?
Andrew, you're
Okay,
muted.
here.
Yo,
Sorry, make a survival check. See, Chip. Whoever would like to be leading that, because the maps aren't like camp here.
Right.
Can I make an argument that I spent a lot of time with those maps and maybe
Sure,
maybe
I'll
there's
give
an
you
advantage?
advantage because you did specifically say that you spent a lot of time on the maps.
Sure, I probably shouldn't actually be rolling this.
That's fine.
I'll give whoever was making the roll advantage through Agatha's
Silas.
researching help.
All right. Should I roll it then?
I think I normally do.
Yeah.
I can help with its history, but not.
Who-
I don't think
whoever
I
it
think I should do
is.
investigation.
Whoever it is, can I undermine their leadership? With my own
Probably-
leadership to give them disadvantage.
Yeah, if you
I
want,
trust
it's
what you're saying.
probably gonna
No.
be Silas. I think they're the best at it.
Look,
None of you have
Agatha,
it.
you are the
so-
second wisest in the party. You
That's
need to
upsetting.
remember that. You need to remember that the adults in this party, other than Silas, have collectively -4 wisdom. And the
Um,
fact that I survived a wisdom save before is frankly mind blowing.
Silas, you kind of quickly go over the maps with Agatha. Agatha kind of pointing out like some logical geographic features that they had noted, being like, oh, like maybe this is a good spot here. You find a spot. It's about halfway, a little over halfway to your destination, where you can have like a good overview of the train tracks, which will be like sheltered a little bit, and there's a good water source right there for the chocobos.
Perfect.
So you continue traveling for a few more hours before you get to that spot. You unsaddle the chocobos, brush out their feathers, and do all of that. Agatha, your chocobo, who their name is
Cluckbert.
Hendrik Lamar.
I was going to say Gallant.
Yeah, that makes more
Clockbert.
sense for a chocobo, to be fair. Cluckbert.
Yeah. No, the name
Silas
is not
passed
Clickbird.
you the book
Um,
on charming chocobos that are like irritating.
Their name is Gallant, and they seem to be pawing at your, not pawing, like beaking at your pack. As you can't.
Chocobo's like fruit leather. Is that what's happening? Okay, fine. Okay, do you want the potato chips? Is that what it is? Agatha opens her pack.
Just
You have
starts
an
like
inch, it's gonna
beaking
take miles.
down.
What are you looking for in there, bud?
It's Chocobo
it-
101.
It takes a big bundle of fruit leather and
They're
snacks it down.
basically bottomless pit omnivores.
Yep.
There you go.
You'll
Look.
you might not have a pack by the end.
Why are you taking away my fruit leather, Andrew? Fine, you can have that much, no more.
Uh-huh. That will work so well.
Agatha pulls a different set of fruit leather out of one of her coat pockets and starts munching on it as well.
Chirps at you.
During this
I did want
downtime,
to-
could no, you go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, I
mine
wanted to
was just a
backtrack.
little silly character thing.
Because we did kind of skip over a little bit. Agatha, how did you want to sabotage the train tracks? Because we kind of like alluded to it happening and then moved on because you weren't here and I didn't want to make that description.
Yeah, so I wanted to strategically find a point in the train tracks where there was like some sort of bend or like a lot of like strategic like overhangs.
Yeah, that
so
didn't
that's-
happen.
Okay.
You can so
You were told to do it at
um,
midday, and that was when you had
yeah,
to do it.
You can
was not
you
a strategically good point.
you can pick a bend. There was a bit of a time crunch, whereas I was like, well, we can't, like, we need to do it soon. We can't wait till like the best points.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so I think for the sabotage, then if I can't take advantage of like falling rocks and like pushing things into like
Yeah,
the sake of the like into the area, I think melting up a bunch of like the spikes and like making it so that like the metal is like either like aggressively expanded in different points so that it's very subtly fucked up.
Yeah, you're going for
Um,
derailment, not like, oh, the tracks are out.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I will say between you and Asta, that happens. Like you're able to, get the various caustic materials to deform the metal such that it will certainly derail the train when it comes by, which is as good as you could hope for, given that you can't wait till one of the deeper passes.
If it would help any for that, Roscoe would also say that he can essentially have acid punches.
Yes, go for it. Acid punch the shit out of it.
You're just like, there's a guy just in the middle of like the field, just like punching
And
at
I
the
think
railroad tracks.
Agatha directs you to do it like down track of where she and Asta are actually working, so it doesn't actually matter. It won't make a difference. She's just kind of enjoying watching you uselessly punch metal.
Fun. That's fine.
She goes, haha, stupid man.
Not nice to do that to your elders.
Back at camp, Zed, what did you want to do?
I pull out my weaver's tool, which, apart from fixing my own clothes, is largely Zed makes plushies for other. And I'm going to start making an Eyemonger plushie, because it uses a color that I probably don't use that often, which is disgusting gray. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I just start like knitting the outside of an Eyemonger plushie to give to maybe Kieran's for his daughters or something, or like somebody else, or Agatha. I don't know how Agatha feels about horrific Eyemonger plushies, but yeah, I just wanted to make a plushie. That's it.
The only character thing Roscoe would do is this very, unbeknownst to Roscoe, having been fed a useless task by Agatha, would, while passing Agatha in camp, give a very light punch on the shoulder and say, "Thanks for the help earlier."
Sure, we're
What?
team. What?
If we're a team, why didn't you bring that spy to me instead of to the other resistance people?
There was other shit going on?
I didn't actually want an answer. Says from making a plushie. Just wanted to, he wanted to be it to be clear that he's upset about it still.
Or that's, hey, you know what? What you need to feel like a big man is your business, not mine.
Zed considers what you're saying.
Sorry, what are you thanking me for?
Oh, that's right. I remember where I'd seen the worm thing before.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're just rubber ducking. You gotta, when you're making a plan, you just do that. You got it in your brain.
Still, thought I would thank you for that. After the last interaction we had, I did try to dent your head in with a hot dog.
Yeah, you did. Honestly, I think maybe you need to figure out why you have it out for kids.
I need you to reframe that phrasing.
Why?
Silas clears his throat and he says, so if
You
it
want
was
to
a
bully
room full of 5-year-olds instead of
children
to take down, just like talking deliberately over the whole conversation.
Cackling.
Why do you want to start an underground child fight club?
What I think here is happening is that you just do not have an appreciation for the sport of Bramble Ball.
Yeah, I was actually spending most of my time in class or doing more intellectually based stuff.
I look immediately to Silas for confirmation. Immediately to Silas for confirmation.
And just really didn't appreciate the you're right. I should have spent more of my youth getting concussed. I bet that would be helping us a lot right now.
The
Perhaps if
16
you'd spent
score.
some of your youth as part of a team. Silas and Zed say the same thing, but in a completely different way.
Silence was like, yeah, like that gentle ribbing, and then as soon as like Zed says the same thing at the same time, just kind of like, oh, decks his head and sighs a little bit, and in apology for the ganging up, offers. We picked up rations while we were in the city, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, offers like a beef leather thing, not a fruit leather piece over to
I can't eat that.
Sighs again.
The
Shakes his
chocobo
head at you.
eats it,
So,
just like picks it out of Silas's hand.
sorry, I have dietary restrictions, and I can't.
No, you're not allowed coffee at this hour, though.
So, wait, if I want coffee, I have to eat meat?
No, just that you can't have coffee at this hour because generally your diet that I have seen is coffee, potato chips, and fruit leather.
No, because there are also apple chips and banana chips and chocolate chips, peanut butter chips. They're all in the They're all in the trail mix.
Zed catches Roscoe's eye and shakes the third unopened bottle of champagne and gestures to anywhere else in the.
Roscoe immediately goes towards you.
And sometimes, and I do keep this stored for myself, I'll put caffeine pills in the trail mix.
That's
I'll also
Silas,
catch
leave that
his
to you.
eye with the.
I will also step up and walk away with the other two.
We don't need to be part of this.
Silas settles
That's it.
in the much quieter zone of just him and Agatha, like quietly ribbing at each other, but actually like they could spend hours together not actually talking, and as soon as nobody else is around, I think that's what he phases back into.
When it is just the three of us, Zed will mention that he'll say like, "Oh, I noticed it before, along with what you were saying about the eye monger and the dragon. It's possible that young worm had been experimented on and forced to absorb fire aetherite. And if that was the case, we should be prepared for those things at the facility."
That begs the question of, did they break out or were they purposely let loose? If it's the former, we may be arriving to a damaged facility. Actually, Silas said to the group getting on the train, they were nervous. The energy was bad, right? What if something had happened at the facility?
Either way, I think we go in more cautiously than even we had originally planned.
Yes, but if something bad has happened to the facility already, that would be a great stroke of luck for us. I don't feel like we've been particularly lucky since this whole endeavor has begun.
I just hope we get there in enough time for that luck to stay.
Well, we should be arriving sometime tomorrow or early the next day. Zed hands the champagne bottle to Roscoe to saber cut the top with his thumb. Even though he's annoyed by it, it's still too impressive to happen.
Right. You guys pass the night thinking about all these various things. As you do so, you wake up the next morning. It is chilly here. So you can, bundle up a little bit and get going on your chocobos. But after several more hours of riding down these train tracks, it
Can I roll
starts-
my thing
yeah.
before the day starts this time?
yes. So you have
And
it.
cast aid. Like if we have an idea of like a vague like 8 hours worth of thing, I'll cast aid as well. And also I at some point like I wanted to suggest like in the morning that if something is if the train has a way of messaging people at the facility that they might be sending follow up, like they might be sending once they derail, they might be sending out like squads. And so either like suggesting to the group that we either pull away off of the main tracks or that we try to like string out so that somebody at the front will see before like they see a whole group of us kind of thing.
If from your maps you can find the facility without the train lines, we can do that.
To stay within the sight of the train line, but not be like riding along the rail any further.
It's like pretty flat for the most part, right? Like up here, like it's mountainous, but like there's not
Yes.
a lot
You,
to
so you
obscure us.
you hit kind of the end of like of the climb this morning, and then you start to hit like you're on a plateau at this point, and that's where it starts to warm as you're getting closer to where the fields are. So that would be not a terrible time. It's not perfectly flat. It's like there will be like rises and here and there, but it is more flat.
I called it
Mm.
perfectly on my wheel and woe dice. I get them all.
That's funny.
Good job.
Zed says we can try to ride within sight of the tracks, but further away. But we are 5 people on quite large mounts. It's not the easiest thing to be unseen.
I'm good with that.
Agreed.
Roscoe will nod.
Okay.
But
So you
we
kind of
did consider
pull off.
yesterday that perhaps there'd been a monster outbreak at the facility, and that's what they were concerned and scared about at the train. In which case, we could be walking into a bad situation for the Empire, but a good situation for us.
It's possible that they loaded things later that I didn't see. But I imagine if they were preparing for an outbreak, whatever tools they'd use to capture monsters wouldn't be kept in crates if they needed active tools while along the rail. But that's merely speculation.
We'll see when we get there.
You guys continue onwards until you eventually get to start to understand why this place is called the Fields of Fire. The first pockets, at first it is mostly like you start to run up to pockets of like sulfurous water, like hot springs, etc. But that begins to shift over a couple more hours journeying on these chocobos, which are like moving at a decent pace. They're like, not full gallop, but like a good canter. Starts to turn into geysers, blowing up steam here and there, which transitions into pools of flowing lava and magma, which kind of creep and crawl around, creating little mesa islands almost, where there are rivers in between. With your chocobos, it's very easy to hop between them. These aren't like huge, massive rivers or anything, small rivulets here and there. But there is ash in the air. It becomes very hot and dusty and clogged and not super pleasant. You will probably kind of find something to like wrap around your faces just to help screen some of that. And before too long, you start to see what very clearly is some kind of research facility in the distance. It's got, several buildings, catwalks connecting various things between these like, small little islands, some defenses, and it seems to be at a distance in good order. But we'll find out what happens with that next time as you start to approach it. Because we're going to end here.
Oh boy.
As always, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.